Hi, it's Elise here at Bowman Library and our teen section with a whole new teen book spotlight. So our theme for this week, we're going to explore some of the amazing authors that we have right here in our state of Virginia. So every single book we're going to talk about, the author lives in our state, and we have so many amazing ones. It was so hard to choose. So we're going to take a look at 6 to kind of give us a taste, and then we're going to go from there. So let's get started. Our first one is The Best Bad Luck I've Ever Had by Kristen Levine. So it's the summer of 1917 in Alabama, and Dit is ready for his summer adventures. But when all of his friends leave, the only person really left his age is the new girl, Emma, the refined daughter of the new postman who just moved from Boston. She knows nothing about baseball, fishing, hunting, but they soon start to become friends, and Dit actually starts enjoying her company. This also leads to his eyes being open for the first time, though, to the injustices and racism Emma and her family face as they are Black. When a tragic event takes place in town, it's up to Dit and Emma to save the Black man's life who is being accused of a crime that he did not commit. Along with all of this, they also start to experience the pandemic of 1918, and even though life is complicated, their friendship can survive any hurdle. If you love historical fiction, or even if you don't, you will enjoy and appreciate the characters in this story. You won't be able to put it down. The best bad luck I've ever had. Our next one, so The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. So Blue is a member of a psychic family, but she has 0 psychic abilities, which is kind of embarrassing for her. She does have this way, though, of making people see more clearly when she is in their presence, leading to the prediction of when she kisses her true love for the first time, that person will die. So Blue decides she's just not going to fall in love, so that way she doesn't have to deal with all of that pressure. When she unexpectedly has her first clairvoyant experience, though, she sees a guy from her school named Gansey, and she sees him dying in the next year. Trying to stay away from him because, again, she doesn't want to have the pressure of this on her, she actually gets sucked into a quest by Gansey and his 3 best friends, and she finds herself actually becoming a part of this world with them and realizing that her first kiss may actually lead to someone dying. This is part fantasy, part mystery, part adventure, and there is a touch of romance. The first in a series, you will want to read the others as soon as you are done with The Raven Boys, so you might want to check out at least the second one if you're gonna check this one out, because you're not gonna want to stop. You're gonna want to know what happens next. So this is The Raven Boys. The Finisher by David Baldacci. So Vega Jane is 14 years old, and she's living in Wormwood. This is a town that she and almost everyone else living there has never left before. And they are surrounded and trapped by what they call the Quag. It's this deadly environment that surrounds them, and it will honestly kill whoever gets in there, or at least that's what they've been told. Because there are quite a few secrets in Wormwood, and no one really seems to know them unless you are on the really powerful council. When a note and a map of the Quag are left for Vega Jane, she actually realizes that there is a way through the Quag, and she becomes determined to find out what really is the deal with Wormwood. She wants to know all of the secrets. She starts to uncover clues. She actually makes a few enemies because she's starting to kind of create some unrest, and she soon finds out that Wormwood is not really what it seems to be. This fantasy time traveling adventure does have a cliffhanger, so be prepared. Again, you will want to read the next one because the cliffhanger in this one is pretty epic, so you're going to be kind of angry if you can't read the next one as soon as you are done with The Finisher. He Said, She Said by Kwame Alexander. Yeah, who doesn't love Kwame Alexander? This book is no exception. So, star quarterback Omar and student activist Claudia have never seen eye to eye. Omar is all about breaking hearts and considered to be a player, leading Claudia to want nothing to do with him. And as much as he tries to kind of get with Claudia, she keeps shooting him down. When the school board decides to cut music and the arts from the next year's budget, Omar sees this as a way to win points with Claudia, and he decides that he wants to help her lead a student protest against this decision. Claudia knows what Omar's trying to do, but he is a popular student, and it would greatly improve the cause, and he decides to let him help. You know, why should she not use his popularity for what she wants? As the two of them start working together, though, their thoughts and opinions about one another start to change, and they start to question who they are as individuals. This realistic romance is one that we have all kind of seen before, but everything about this book is entirely possible. You will love He Said, She Said. Under a War-Torn Sky by L.M. Eliot. So it's 1944 when Henry, who is an American fighter pilot, is shot down behind enemy lines by the Nazis. Injured and not wanting to be captured and sent to a prisoner of war camp, Henry gets some help from some of the local people who advise him that the only thing he can really do is to get to the border where it's neutral territory, and then he can't be captured. This leads Henry having the adventure of a lifetime as various individuals and members of the French resistance guide him across the whole country of France. And along the way, he faces challenges and situations he never dreamed of, as well as coming to terms in regard to what he has to do to survive and what does that make in the decision-making process. Like, how does he come to terms as a human when he has to make some really tough decisions? This story will keep you on the edge of your seat, and you will need to know what happens to Henry. This is loosely based on the author's father and his experiences in World War II under a war-torn sky. And our last one is The Selection by Kiera Cass. So in this dystopian United States, everyone is divided into castes, or they're basically like society levels. When it's time to find Prince Maxim a wife, there naturally needs to be an event called The Selection. It's when 35 girls compete in almost like a bachelor-style contest to be the next queen. 17-year-old America meets all of the criteria that there needs to be in order to enter the lottery, but she's pretty low on the food chain because she's a level 5. Usually the only girls that make it are 1s, 2s, and you have the occasional 3 to kind of, make everything equal. So when she's surprisingly chosen to be part of the 35, she finds herself thrust into royal politics, ultimate girl drama, and the possibility of falling in love with Maxim. Even though she is secretly in love with someone else, but she's not allowed to be in love with that person. This is the first in a series. If you like your dystopian with a ton of romance, you will love this series. Again, you will want to get the next book. Every single book in this series is already out, so once you finish this one, you will want to know what happens next to America. So this is The Selection. So these are just 6 of the authors that we have here at the library that are from our amazing state of Virginia. So feel free to come on down, check out one of these, or if you kind of want to find another book by an author that we didn't even talk about, we are here to gladly help you find that amazing book you're looking for. I hope you tune back next week when we have a whole new teen book spotlight, and I hope you have a great week.